So now I want to share with you, I open-looped you about an idea that I had. And Dustin knows when I have an idea, look out. It's coming big time. So, that being said, I always ask a big question, and the universe delivers. I said to myself, how can we help somebody so much that they create a movement that rocks the world? How do I do this? That was the thought. And then in meditation in December, it came to me. Publishing. Man, publishing. And I want to share with you real quick, we talked to you a little bit about how, imagine this, from being in professional football as a trainer, being paralyzed and have to go through that surgery in so much pain, and not knowing anything about speaking or business, in 3 years made Inc. 500. That is like knocking the ball to around the world, right? Now, I've been teaching people, you can do this. You can be Inc. 500. You can make it happen. Some people get it. Some people don't. And so I've been in this mission to assist you as much as we can. So when we started Speaking Empire, I said, Dustin, we need to do things for people. If we don't do it for them, it ain't going to get done. So that was our mindset. So the first thing we decided to do is instead of teach you how to write a presentation, I said, let's do it for them as a service. So people would come to our office, they would sit down, we would build out the whole PowerPoint, the offer, and the graphics, and then people would have to deliver the presentation in front of me to know that they were okay and leave. You know what's interesting? That the people that would deliver in front of me would be shaking in fear and so scared, and they found out, Dave, it was harder to do it here than it was on the big stage. I'm like, why? I'm pretty laid back. It shouldn't be a big deal. But a lot of people struggle with that, which was good, because I always say the first deal was the hardest, so skip it. That first presentation gives you fear. Well, guess what? I made you do it, and now the second time it's easy. Making sense? So a lot of people over the years have taken these presentations, and we've got not hundreds, not thousands, but thousands of people that are successful that are using these things. So that was going good for us. Still, some other people weren't getting it. So I said, Dustin, I think I need to spend 4 days with these people, and I think I need to teach them presentainer. I need to spend acting school, and I need to hypnotize them to overcome their fears, and I need to work on their subconscious mind, and I got to drill them so they are the best. That's how Presentainer was formed. Then, now that they have a PowerPoint presentation and now they know how to deliver it, they don't know how to get butts in seats, hearts in seats. So then Dustin says, I need to create a marketing workshop to get their marketing done. Right? So that was the triangle that has been very successful. We've got, you write your presentation, come learn Presentainer, and get marketing. Okay? So that's getting you guys to about $1 million, $2 or $3 million a year. $2 or $3 million a year is nice, but that is not my big question. I'm talking about movement. Global movement and something bigger than that. So I asked a bigger question, and it hit me. 3 and you're out. 3 and you're out. I started my business on my credit card, grew it to Inc. 500 in 3 years. Venture capitalists invested in my business. I'll never forget, I'm sitting there. Dustin, you remember this? And venture capitalists are coming, and they're saying, Dave, we like the story of Foreclosures Daily, and we want to take you public. And we need to see a checklist, a system, and procedure for this business. And so they valued my company. I right around $40 million. And I had an opportunity to walk away, never work again. And I decided to not do that. I decided to play big. And so as we're building this, going to go public and all these different big things, they promised me the sun, the moon, the skies. And I'm young, and I'm like, this is not going to end. You know, I've got a big-ass yacht, 2 limos, a place on the water. I am rock starring it out. And life is pretty amazing. And suddenly, 2007 and a half hit, right? And overnight, I went from being in a yacht. I didn't even tell them about my yacht story, so one of these days I'll have to share that. And overnight, I was homeless. And it was very challenging to be there and to be completely wiped out. And I think 2007 was what I call the reset year for everybody, right? It was the equalizer. No matter what you're in, we were all equalized, right? So then I reinvented myself, and I said, Dustin, let's do it again, but teach speakers. So that being said, I started to think about what creates success. So what I want you to do real quick is I want you to go through your tables. And me and Dustin have some strategies that we believe is what creates success. Because you're here because you want success. At the end of the day, you're looking for the secret strategy, the relationship, the PowerPoint presentation to get your success. So we have some very smart people in the room. And so what I want you to do is I want you to get in your table, and I just want you to spend 5 minutes. I'm going to have one key captain. And I want to ask you guys to tell us, if you were to tell me and Dustin, what are the 3 keys to success? And I want us to write them on because I'm curious to see, as a group, as a mastermind, what are the keys to success? Sound like fun? Let's do a little experiment. Can we do this? So now, let's take each table. And if your table's kind of low, go to a different table. Let's create one leader. And I want you to go around, and I want you to come up with 3 strategies of what creates success. All right. Whatever you got. Okay, narrow it down. Let's start over here with Susan. You've got it, so stand up. You can come to the mic here so we can hear. What are your 3?
All right.
If you have more than 3, it's okay.
All right. So number 1, our table decided burning desires / passion. So having a passion. And then number 2 is vision. So having vision and clarity. And then number 3 is being coachable. Everyone needs a coach.
Coachable and coach. What do you think? Pretty good? That's pretty good. Let's see what you got.
We got 4 categories. One is taking action, going all in and not giving up. That's one. And then having the right support, networking up versus out. And then offering value, always be offering the best of the best. And know your big why to carry you over the humps.
Ooh, I like that. Let's give her a hand. That's good. Yes.
Okay, so we've come up with similar passion, taking action, and having value. And the 4th thing was having a healthy mindset and belief in what you're doing.
Very nice. Let's give him a hand. Yes, thank you.
All right. Figure out a system that works. Let me rephrase that. And feed it. Proven mentor. Get clear on your why. We had a couple others. Believe in the one reason why it can work. And never give up. And always tell the truth.
Ooh, very nice. Thank you. That was nice. All right. Anybody over here?
So our number 1, based on all the things.
There's a microphone.
Right behind you. Yeah. Thank you. Taking
And
feedback.
by the way, it moves.
Yeah, I got it. Thank you, brother. Sweet. Okay. So our number 1 is basically through all the stuff that we came up with, I had to narrow it down. Number 1, be teachable and open to feedback. Number 2, create a plan and take action. Number 3, reassess yourself, design from your failure, and then go back out there and fucking do it.
Whoa, yeah. All right. Okay, anybody else? Is that everybody?
Good?
Okay, very nice. So Dustin, share. All right. We have 3 strategies for success.
Number 1, find a mentor, whether that's in a book, a person, a mastermind group, but somebody to show you that's been there before. Number 2, relationships, right? We all know, even if we're in a tech business, right? We all know that it comes down to relationships with our family, with our community, with our business partners, relationship employees. And then 3 is actually doing successful actions, right? Successful actions. Because we can do a lot of activity, but what are the revenue, if we're talking business, what are the revenue generating activities that we can be doing and should be doing in our business?
Very nice. So, now, when I looked into this business, I started to ask these questions. What causes success? What am I seeing as patterns? And it hit me. Publishing. Typically, the biggest speakers, like Robert Allen and a lot of these gentlemen, were published. That means a company saw their talent, built their whole business, and just used their name. So a lot of these big time authors and speakers were published. Did you know that? So a lot of them, and they take a percentage. So a lot of companies in Utah will publish you. They'll take your name, and they'll do everything for you. They'll do $50, $100 million of business, and then they usually give you 10 to 20%. And you do nothing. They just use your name, and they use your system. So it's an interesting model because they know they've cracked the code, and they just use your celebrity status. Making sense? So now, it's nice because I know a lot of my clients and a lot of my friends just get published, and they just sit home, and they make checks every single day, and they do nothing. But then there is a problem with that model. Now, it's very successful because if you get somebody to publish you, it's basically guaranteed success, right? Now, there's some problems with this, though, because now you got somebody else promoting your name, and they push the envelope in Utah. So they push the envelope in Utah. So your brand, he's shaking his head, your brand and your name could be tarnished, right? And it's nice, but they take like 90%, 80% of the profits. So I said, Dustin, wait a minute. I have an idea. What if we created a hybrid publishing model where we know how to do this, and we've done this for thousands of people, and we've done it. What if we just plug people in to the Speaking Empire publishing, and we built your business for you? And I had this 3 in, you're out. So this is what hit me. Year number 1. What if year number 1 should be about customers, cash flow, and profit? Right? The first year that you're in business, the biggest thing you need is cash flow, customers, and profit. How many of you agree with that, right? That's the biggest challenge. So I said, Dustin, what if we created a star? Because you are stars. And the first year, we took people, we brought them in, and we built their PowerPoint, their presentation for them. Right? We build a PowerPoint, we get the offer, it's done with them, right? So now they have a tool to make them money, right? So that's step number 1. Now step number 2 is, well, great, but now they need to know how to deliver this pitch. Well, step number 2 is presentainer. Presentainer. So now they have a pitch, they know how to deliver it. Step number 3, they don't have a box. Well, they come to our office, we interview them, use our ghostwriters, transcriptionists, and they walk away with a box. Not bad, huh? Got a PowerPoint, you got to deliver it, you got a box. Are you making money? Close. If you get on stage or a webinar, you are. Then we said, well, wait a minute. What if we did all the marketing for them? We helped them write their emails. And we did it with them. And their marketing was done. Now they're starting to make some money. And then we said, well, wait a minute. What if we built their whole online funnel, their tripwire, their $300 product, and their funnel, and they made $1 million online? How many of you like that idea? Right? So then they come to our funnel workshop where we build their whole business out for them. Now, they're making money. All right? So now, they're really making money. And the next one is we do a webinar workshop where they come and spend some time with us, and we take them through the process, and they do their webinar in our office live. So that I hold their hand, show them how to stand, how to set up the webinar. We set it up, and they just talk. Right? Just open your mouth and speak. Now, first year, by following this method, you should do about $1 million to $3 million. Year number one. Making sense? Because now you have a system. Now, second year rolls around. I said 3 and you're what? Out. This is my 3 and you're out program. Second year, year 2, triangle. Now, second year is about amplifying the profit, because we're going to get 5-10 times earnings if we build the business right. So now, it's now about driving revenues fast. So guess what we're going to do next? Now you're going to come in, and the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to help you put a boot camp on. Boot camp, just like this. We're going to show you how to put the boot camp on. You're going to come to the boot camp workshop, just like Marcus just did. And so now, you're going to put your boot camp on, and guess what? You're going to make $250,000 every time you do it. We're driving revenues. So then you say, well, I do the boot camp, but Dave, I don't have a back end, a coaching program. So guess what? You're going to come to the big back end workshop. And we're going to build out your coaching business, your masterminds. Making sense? Now we're driving revenue massively. Then after that, then Dustin's going to take you through a product launch workshop where we're going to launch and do millions of dollars. Making sense? Then after that, wow, we're now starting to build a business. Now you better see a Debbie workshop, which is systems and processes, because now we got to systemize your business. So we're going to do the systems and CEO workshop, where we're going to build out your organizational org board, your checklist, your systems and procedures. And we got to get ready to fire yourself. Then after that, well, now we're going big time. Guess what? We need to write a book. So now you need to come to the book workshop. Call it 3 days at the beach. You come, you spend 3 days. We have our ghost team, a writer team, and you're at the beach reading your book. Done. And guess what? It's put on in Barnes & Noble, it's put on Amazon, and it's put on Kindle, because they have a distribution channel that's massive. So now you have a distribution of leads flowing in to your business. Making sense? So now, let's go to the next. So now, this year, we're looking at about $5 million, second year. Guess what third year is? Exit year. Year 3 is exit. 3 years. Now, this is where it gets interesting. This is exactly what I did, 3 and you're out. Third year hit, venture capitalists, people started seeing it. We knew what we wanted to do from day one. We wanted to go public, and we wanted to have investors invest to take us to the next level. So year 3, you get hooked up with our partner, Michael Fugler, who's an investment banker. He's been an investment banker for, I don't even know, 100 years. But he's taken many companies. He's an investment banker in Wall Street. He's an attorney. He is really good, smart. So you're going to come to the workshop number 1, step number 1, which is the funding workshop, where we're going to work with you, get the capital and the funding, because we got to turn the faucet up. So we're going to show you the techniques, get yourself ready to be funded. Then after that workshop, we're going to take it to the legal workshop, where Michael Fugler is going to copyright, protect your specialized knowledge, start positioning your business correctly to exit. That's his expertise. He's brilliant. Then, after the legal department, now we got to go to the exit workshop. Now, exit doesn't have to mean that you build it and sell it. Exit could be that you find a strategic buyer and now you put on a board of directors. Exit could be you built your business, you fire yourself and bring in professional help to run your business for you. Exit could be you build it and you become a stockholder. Exit could be that you completely exit and then start your charity. What happened to me when this happened is one of my clients, Steve the Hurricane, said to me, I asked him a question. I said, what's your big why? Why are you doing this? Speaking. He said, you know, Dave, what my passion is? I want to tell people about Jesus Christ. I want to become a pastor at my local church. My mission is to do this. But I'm going to wait 10 years and then I'm going to do this after I build my business and do this. I said, what? Yeah, 10 years. Why 10 years? Let's do it now. Well, year number 1, we met him. He was only doing $200,000. We came into the program the first year. He's up to about 2-3 million-ish. And guess what? We started looking at exit buyers, and we made a list of who might be interested in buying his business, and we came up with 10, and 8 of them are interested in buying him out, being done forever. So now, we're getting him through this program where he's exiting. So year number 3 is now we're going to get your business to about 10 million. We'll say 5 to 10 million, depending on your industry. Now, year number 3. Now, let's just take a low number. Let's say you're only at 5 million. How many times earnings do we think we're going to be able to get for our business if it's built correctly? 5 times? What do you guys think? 20 times? No, I think maybe 3, 5. Let's just say 5 times. So let's just say you're doing 5 million. And you get 5 times. How much money is that? Are you done for life? If you want to be, 25 million is a lot of money to live on. Right? Not bad. Right? Let's just say you're doing 10 million by then. What's 5 times that? 50 million. Right? Could we be done with that? It's interesting is when I first started foreclosersdaily.com, this real estate guy by the name of Lou Brown, I was in my 3rd year with my limos and yachts, and we're out, and this is when I was out in the club days, and we're sitting out there, and he says, dude, how much is enough is enough? I'm like, what? How much is enough is enough? Huh? I don't know. I pondered. I stayed up all night and thought about how much is enough is enough. I never thought about that. Good number to know, right? How much is enough? So this is my 3 in You're Out program. This is what we're doing for Steve the Hurricane. Because his mission is to serve God. Right? And you don't have to wait 10 years. If you follow our system, you'll be done in 3 and you're out. Making sense? So I said, Dustin, that's it. We're going to now publish people. Well, we're going to do it with them. And we're going to build their business out for not 1 boot camp, not 2, 3 years. We're going to build your business for 3 years so you can exit. And we're going to babysit and hold your hand through the process. Making sense? How many of you like this model? Right? So now, we're going to get to the stage this year where we're not going to let people piece in all the stuff. It's like you're in it for 3 years, oh, we're not going to work with you. Because you know what? You do this one, you get to a couple million, maybe do this one or that one. Why would you do the whole 3 years? Let us walk you through this process so that you can make the movement that you were meant to do. And this is the new publishing model. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk with people for 3 years, step by step, so that they can have 3 and you're out, and freedom. So this is the new model that we are launching and that we are looking for, is for people to be published. And it makes sense. It's kind of like I learned this from my grandpa. He worked for Henry Ford, and Henry Ford created the assembly line. They got so good during the war that they were building more planes than the whole world combined, right? So the same thing. I grew up in Detroit, the assembly line. We're going to plug you into our factory, an assembly line, and you're going to walk out of there with the perfect car. Because you guys go to this factory over here to write a book. You go to this factory to build a website. This guy's going to coach you, and then you have a car with no engine. But you have a blue door, a red ceiling, 2 seats, no back seats, and now you have a puzzle that is a mess. Making sense? What makes this successful, and I think my vision, is you go to one factory that builds the whole car. This is what I'm excited about. So now we're going to be doing this, and what we're going to do is we're going to build these people's businesses out, and when they sell it, because we built it, we're going to take a percentage. And so now we'll take about 5 to 10 people on per year, build their $1 million business, and then when they sell it, then we take our percentage. Making sense? And this is going to be the new model. So as we're changing, we're working with people, but this is my big picture. This is where you guys got to think and play, right? If you go to one seminar here and another seminar here and another seminar, it's good. You're seeing a lot of results. But this new model is nice, right? This is like a hybrid. This means we're publishing you, but you own the business and you own the brand. We're just taking a percentage at selling, right? So this is my new thing. So what we're here is we're shopping around and looking for the 1 or 2 people that would like to be put in this publishing model, and where they come and for basically 1 year, then if they want to do 2 year, and then 3 year with us, we can build something big time. This is big time business. I've done it once, I can do it again. Very easy. I've helped lots of people. In fact, I took Xerox seminar company from basically 100 million to 200 million. Okay? We can do this together. But we want you to be the brand. We want you to be the star. Let us do what we do. Let us put all the pieces together for you and make it happen. And that's what my new vision is. How many of you think that this is a cool idea? Let me see your hands. How many of you like it that you can just have somebody build the business and do everything and publish you for you? Let me see your hands. Absolutely. So this is my new model. And I want to see what you think about this, Dustin.
I like it. It's very ambitious. But I like it. I mean, I do like the fact that it's all in one area, because you build consistency. I mean, and how many of you work with coaches, or how many of you have clients? Let me see your show of hands. And how many of you have gotten to know those clients, know their backstory, know the challenges that they're facing? And so I think in terms of speed, having coaches or having an organization that knows you versus going piecemeal, you have to retell your story, retell your vision, and show where you're at. I think it's powerful in that regard.
Yeah, and I also think the big thing is that when we have people in our programs for a year, 2 years, and 3 years, we're seeing them 8-figure business people. So this is what we want to present to you, an opportunity for us to really publish you at a big level. To basically bolt on Speaking Empire's whole building, people, resources, and let us build your business with you, for you. I think it makes absolute sense. Use our factory. Don't build a factory. Don't buy all the employees. Don't buy all those different things. come into our factory and walk out with your cars done. I think that's the vision that I had. I'm glad my grandpa worked for Henry Ford because this is what hit me. It makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing I don't know if everyone knows is we just bought a church that we're refashioning into a training center, and so we want to hold your guys' seminars there. And the thought was, you know, if something should happen or you forget a line or something, you know, Dave and Dustin and the team are in the building. And so if you needed some help or if the clothes doesn't go like you need it to go, you know, you'd be there in that building. And so we're building for that future, that new future, by this investment into the church building that we're really excited
So
about.
we've bought in the factory. We've got a 10,000 square foot training facility to do events, and we want to invite you to do your events there, and we can micromanage your events and help you put the events on, get the butts and seats, get the event there, basically do the event with you like I've done for Davin and like I've done for a lot of folks. And then that way you can launch your business. And again, it's your business. We do not want to control. All we want to do is build your business, have you be successful, and then when you sell it, we take a small cut for our efforts and all that. So that's our new model. Obviously, like a franchise, I mean, we've got a lot of hard costs. If we're building out your businesses for 3 years, and we have a lot of employees. So it will be a big investment to get into publishing, because if we're writing your PowerPoints, building your funnels, writing your books, doing all these different things, putting on your events, writing the marketing, doing all these different things, then it's expensive for us to do all these different things. However, the big side is this is going to be 8 figures for sure. So
Well, let's do this, Dave, because I know it's time to roll and wrap up. We got a big day tomorrow. So for those of you that are interested in that, all we ask is you talk to a coach. Just raise your hand. Whether you do it tonight or you do it tomorrow, you just talk to a coach and say, I want to know just more about this. It'd be very much an interview process to make sure it's the right fit.
Yeah.
And so just let us know if you want to have that conversation, and we'll talk with you about that and get prepared for tomorrow.